Hey, welcome back, everybody. Today I got a topic that is, to me, a topic that is, to me, a pretty disturbing topic. The counterfeiters out there have taken it one more step to try to trick unknowing people who buy counterfeit shoes. But the bad part, they are creating these fake Stockx authentication, like swing tags, that Stockx puts onto all the shoes that they authenticate and sell. I kind of figured it was a matter of time before the Chinese counterfeiters either came up with Stockx authentication tags or SneakerCon authentication tags, because if you can make a fake Yeezy, you can make a fake plastic tag. And sure enough, today I was hit up about 5 hours ago by a subscriber who said, hey, heads up, I guess there's some counterfeiter named David. I don't know who David is, but this David on his website is actually selling these replica Stockx authentication tags. And right now the rumor going around is this David guy who's selling them, he doesn't even produce these. He's getting them from somebody else in China who's actually producing these. So if one counterfeiter has their hand on the Stockx authentication tag, it's just a matter of time before every counterfeiter gets their hands on these fake authentication Stockx tags. So here pretty soon, whenever a person buys a fake pair of Yeezys or some pair of Jordans from, let's say, I don't want to name any specific websites, but let's call it from abc.com website who sells fakes. Not only will the fake now come with one-to-one materials, one-to-one box, almost identical to the retail pair, they will also come with the fake Stockx authentication tag attached to the shoe. And what's bad is, I think you'd be kind of surprised, the majority of people who buy sneakers aren't the die-hard sneakerheads who keep up with everything to do with counterfeits and fakes and tricks that the overseas guys pull. I think, from what I understand, a majority of people who, let's say, like Jordans, they'll come out once a year whenever it's Christmas time, because they know Jordan 11 will retro every year around Christmas. So like there's certain people who only come out a couple times a year to get like the new sneaker, and the rest of the year they don't really care. They don't keep up with this news. And if let's say if your wife or your girlfriend or your parents, if they're looking to purchase you a pair of shoes for your birthday, let's say they go on eBay to find a shoe, and they've heard, your girlfriend, your wife, your parents have heard you talk about Stockx in the past, how they authenticate shoes, they're reputable. So your parents are searching around on eBay, looking around at shoes. Let's say they're trying to find you a pair of, let's say, Jordan 11 Concords, and they find your size, they find a pair, and they're looking at the pictures, and in the pictures there is a Stockx hang tag attached to the shoe. In the description box for the auction, it even says shoes have been authenticated by Stockx. The parents, going by what their son says about Stockx, they say, oh, cool, we found this Jordan 11 Concord that my son or daughter really wants. We know that he or she talks about Stockx, and this shoe has that Stockx authentication tag. We're going to buy it for them. You know, we feel good about the authenticity of this shoe because of the Stockx tag. Parents don't know that there's fake tags out now. And these parents will never know that there's fake Stockx tags. Parents or wife or girlfriend won't know. So they think they're buying a reputable shoe authenticated by a reputable company. That is what's bad in this society right now when it comes to sneakers. These counterfeiters are trying to do every trick in the book that they can to possibly ruin the experience for the consumer. If you want, though, to buy fakes, and for some reason, if you want to attach a Stockx fake tag onto your shoe to personally make you feel good about your pair, okay, whatever. But the only reason why these counterfeiters are going to make these Stockx tags now are to trick people into paying or are to trick people to buy from these counterfeit websites, knowing that they're going to inflate the prices drastically in the market here in the U.S. with these fake Stockx tags, so-called proving authentication. So I've looked at some of the concerns from people who have had the real and fake Stockx tags in hands, and they're actually pretty good, I guess, the fakes. But here are actually some flaws to look out for in the fake Stockx tag. Of course, it will help if you have a authentic Stockx tag attached to one of your shoes that you personally bought from the Stockx website. The plastic on the fake tag is less rough and textured, and it looks smoother than the authentic hang tag from Stockx. So without an authentic one from Stockx in hand, you won't know exactly what kind of roughness or texture should be on your authentic tag. So without an authentic one in hand from Stockx, you won't be able to tell with that difference of the roughness of the actual texture of the tag. Number 2, in real tags, you don't see any markings on the green plastic. It's a uniform shade of green throughout the entire tag. But on the the fake tags, there is a narrow, dark green rectangle near the middle of the tag that kind of shows through the tag. And concerned people think it's possibly the string inside of the tag is kind of showing through because the material used on the fake tag is a little bit different, a little bit thinner than the authentic. So this possibly the string is what's creating this rectangle kind of effect on the tag. And the real ones, the real tags, you don't see any kind of discoloration or shapes or anything with the actual the uniformity of the green colored plastic. So be on the lookout for that. Look out for any different colored splotches on the tag, any kinds of greens that look like it's not the same color green throughout the tag. Look out for any kind of weird rectangle in the middle of the tag. If it has any of that, the tag's fake. If a fake tag is on your pair of Yeezys, more than likely that Yeezy's fake. Lastly, number 3 to look out for on the fake tags. The white paint on the logo text on the tag is very sloppy and uneven on the fakes. Unlike the legit tags where the white paint is done very well, it is not sloppy, it's white and bold. So if your Stockx tag, if the white paint just looks like it's sloppily done, it's not really the letters, the white doesn't come to the edges, you know, like it kind of dips down. And if it doesn't look like it was done in a professional manner, it's probably going to be a fake tag. So those are the 3 tips that I have found so far from people who have compared the real Stockx to the fake Stockx tags of what to look out for. So hopefully with those 3 tips, you'll be able to tell the difference. But still, if you don't have an authentic tag next to you to compare, an authentic that you know came from Stockx, then a lot of these authentication might not be the easiest to do. So everybody be on the lookout right now. Be on the lookout. If they're counterfeiting these Stockx tags now, what's next is probably the SneakerCon authentication tags, because as you know, you can take your shoes into SneakerCon and they will authenticate your shoes and attach a tag on them. And that's probably the next tag that's coming up. If it's not out already, just hasn't been found yet. So any other companies that put tags on shoes, I know Flight Club, they attach a kind of like a paper tag onto their shoe, which I've never heard anything about fake Flight Club tags yet, but I'm sure if they're doing Stockx, you're going to see some fake Flight Club tags. And so hopefully in the future, Stockx, hopefully they kind of change how they do this. My opinion, what they should kind of do is it'll cost a little bit more money, so the seller fees might go up a little bit. that StockX should actually produce like a unique barcode attached to each swing tag, and the barcode would be scannable through the StockX app. And each barcode is attached to a certain shoe. So if you scan the barcode, it'll say Yeezy Oreo V2. So if you scan the tag, and then if it pops up for a Japan Boost NMD, then obviously the tag's on the wrong shoe, have your questions about it. And it'd also be kind of nice to see if you can kind of see how often the ID was scanned. You know, you just kind of see the travel of the shoe. I mean, because let's say if the counterfeiters, or let's say like the original scan of the tag will originate at the StockX like warehouse, I think in Detroit is where they're located. So it'd be nice like if the origination scan comes from Detroit. So the counterfeiters, they might have problems replicating this kind of a system. I'm not saying they couldn't. I don't know, but I think that would be the next step for StockX to take to alleviate this fake problem, this fake tag problem. Of course, somebody's got to pay for the technology, and that'll be passed off onto the sellers who pay the selling fees. So your 9.5% might become now 10%. But in my mind, it would be worth it as a seller to know that your buyers in the future, whenever they buy from you with that StockX tag, they know they got a legit shoe with a trackable barcode scanned on the shoe with origination scan was from Detroit. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions on this. I just think this is horrible. This is not the way to go for the culture. These counterfeiters are just ruining the culture. They're taking people who spend a lot of money to pay for a pair of shoes on resale, and the people are getting fake crap. And it's getting ridiculous. I don't support buying fakes. Selling fakes is real. That really makes you a piece of shit, in my opinion, if you do that. If you knowingly are selling fakes as real, that's just, you're kind of like the scum on the bottom of the toilet like lid. You're not a good person. So if you're doing that crap, just stop. Get a hustle that is a legit hustle, not a hustle that steals from people who are trying to buy honestly. So let me know your opinions on this. Let me know what you think. And be careful out there, guys. Have a good one.